Thanks everybody for your patience. Hi, Mayor. Welcome.
Right?
Okay, so welcome everybody. This is the Healthy Empath, and we are doing a little recording here today that is going to go into calling all empaths. And the purpose for this is so that we can help people to become a little bit more aware of some of the things that they can do or some of the things that we're doing to help people. And tonight I have my dearest best friend, Marilyn Young, with me. Everybody in Calling All Empaths has probably seen her newsletters and her inspirational writings that go into there. This is her. Now, Mare, you do some work with angels, you do card readings, you do intuitive counsel, you do a bunch of healing. There's a bunch of things that you do, and I just want to say thank you. Thanks for coming on and doing this tonight.
You're welcome. Yeah, I do a bunch of things. I haven't figured out how to narrow that down yet. So today I expanded it by one more thing. So that'll be interesting. I'm just going with where spirit tells me to go. So I'll be putting out a note about starting a grandmother's circle the end of the month.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I do the one-on-one by Zoom, one-on-one intuitive counseling, and really it's just to help people with where they're at in their spiritual journey. So there's no super focus on any one thing. It's just what are their challenges and helping them kind of access their own inner wisdom because we all have our own answers. Sometimes we just can't get to them.
Yeah, right.
So yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
Sarah. And like we were talking a little bit earlier about different things and different things that we're kind of noticing when people are coming to us, and one of the things that you were bringing up was that how important it is for people to understand that we've all got a gift and that we can all connect with spirit. You don't need someone else to do it for you.
yeah.
And you were bringing that up. So, maybe you can talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I think, and that's something we discover in our one-on-ones and in our community. I think we're all connecting with spirit at some degree all the time, our whole lives. We just don't recognize it.
Yeah.
So we talk about, things that signs that we receive, or we call it our intuition or gut feeling. Those are all connections to our inner self. And the more I actually wrote a newsletter on it called Microwave Moments. The more we pay attention to it, the more we get validation at first. We have to, some of us, including me, feel we need to be validated, like, oh, that was important and I should have listened to it. So the more we do that, the more we just end up integrating those conversations and that information into our everyday life to the point where now they tell me how long to put the microwave on for. So that's what I call things microwave moments because I think we have lots.
And I think that the trick is to allow yourself to listen, right?
Mhm.
Because I know that you and I have had many a conversation where it's like, wow, I think I got this message, but was it real or am I losing it? Like, what is going on? And I think that it's so important for us to really remember that when you're getting it, it usually is a message. It's something that, feels good and is good for you. If you were to tell this audience, if you were to tell them, what's the difference between your perspective or your mindset and an actual message from spirit, could you tell like what the difference is? Could you tell them your perspective?
Yeah, I think, well, most of the time, as you said, it's the messages we get from spirit are always in our highest good. They're not something that's going to create doubt or make us feel bad or guilty. That's usually our mind and our ego and all of our conditioning coming up. So, and sometimes they can feel a little bit out there. Um, but sometimes that's just pushing us a little bit to develop that trust that we all need to get back to. I think we had it when we were kids, and we lost it. So for me, it's how does it feel? Not what do I think about it? Like
Yeah,
we get into our heart,
yeah.
and how does that message or that information that you're getting intuitively, how does it make you feel? And if it makes you feel good or loved or joyful, it's from spirit, it's from your higher self. If it makes you feel stressed or anxious or guilty or upset, it's more our mind, our ego, our conditioning that's coming through. And we have both of those all day long. Right?
That's right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I think that's great, Mayor. I agree with all of that. I also think that for me, sometimes how I can tell is I wasn't even thinking about this thing, or I
Mhm.
wasn't even thinking about this person. And all of a sudden, this, this magnificent energy kind of comes in the form of me knowing something that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can come in a number of different ways, and it's just about recognizing, but I love it. Like if it makes you feel anxious or upset in any way, if it brings any kind of animosity, it might just be coming from, a place where you get to still work through some stuff, maybe some life lesson stuff.
Yeah. The chance to look at it from a different perspective and yeah, figure out what it's trying to teach you. Um, yeah.
Yeah. And Mary, we were talking a little bit earlier about people having the opportunity for growth. And what does that mean for you?
Well, I think well, they're reminding me, my guides are reminding me about something that we call in our house the cosmic whacking. So whenever we have a challenge that we're facing, and if we don't, if we try to avoid it or we try to get around it and we don't actually deal with it, it just comes back bigger and harder. And so in our house, we call it like the cosmic 2x4 across the side of the head until, oh, okay, I'll pay attention to this now. So it could be repeated patterns of things that we feel like we're blocked on. It could be messages from the body. We've been talking about in this group a lot about how our body gives us messages about what's the next thing we need to learn or what's our next step in our spiritual growth. Could be people we meet, could be come in lots of different shapes and forms.
Yeah.
But yeah, challenge equates opportunity to learn.
Absolutely. I think
Yeah,
that should be repeated. Challenge means that we get to learn something. We don't have to learn it, we get to learn it. And I think that's a really wonderful note to end on. Mer, I'm so happy that you came on tonight just to kind
you're
of
welcome.
share a little bit of your wisdoms with us. Thank you. And hopefully you'll be able to come on and join us again, and we can share some of our wisdoms with others. So thank
Sounds
you,
good.
Mer.
Thanks, buddy.